The WWE Universe witnessed absolute chaos this past Monday night during the highly anticipated Monday Night Main Event, when two of WWE's most elite and dangerous superstars, Brock Lesnar and Seth freaking Rollins, collided in a shocking, unsanctioned confrontation that left fans stunned and officials scrambling to regain control. What began as a verbal exchange fueled by weeks of tension quickly spiraled into an all-out, no-holds-barred brawl that tore through the backstage area, spilled into the crowd, and nearly halted the broadcast. Security could barely contain it, referees were tossed aside, and by the time it ended, neither man stood tall, only broken equipment, gasping officials, and the scent of an unfinished war. But this wasn't just any backstage fight. This was personal. Tensions boiling for months. To understand how this explosive encounter came to be, we need to rewind several months. Ever since Seth Rollins dropped the World Heavyweight Championship to Gunther at SummerSlam, he's been vocal about reclaiming his spot at the top. However, Rollins, known for his flamboyant persona and sharp tongue, made the mistake of calling out Brock Lesnar during a promo 2 weeks ago on Raw. "You can call yourself the Beast, Brock, but last I checked, you haven't been relevant since I pinned you at WrestleMania 35. Maybe it's time you stopped hiding behind denim and boots and remembered how to wrestle." It didn't take long for Lesnar to respond. The Beast Incarnate, never one to back down from a challenge or an insult, stormed into the arena the following week, eyes locked on Rollins. No words, just violence. But before he could get to Seth, WWE officials intervened, sparking a week of speculation. Would the two finally collide? This Monday night they did, and it was more brutal than anyone expected. The segment, Verbal Fire Turns to Physical Carnage. The confrontation was originally booked as an in-ring face-to-face. WWE promoted it all week. The crowd was electric in Cleveland, buzzing with anticipation as Seth Rollins made his entrance, clad in an outrageous red and gold suit, sunglasses indoors, and that trademark grin on his face. Grabbing the mic, Rollins began his trademark mockery. "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Monday Night Rollins. The visionary, the revolutionary, the architect is here, and apparently the Beast has crawled out of his cave to grace us with his farmer strength and fourth-grade vocabulary." The crowd laughed, but tension built. Seconds later, the arena went dark. Then, boom! Lesnar's music hit. The Beast stormed out, wearing no cowboy hat this time, just gloves, boots, and that unmistakable scowl. Rollins didn't flinch, but he stopped smiling. Lesnar entered the ring, stepped within inches of Rollins, and finally spoke. "You talk too much." Then he struck. The fight pure chaos. Unleashed. What followed wasn't a wrestling match. It was an unfiltered, real-feeling assault. Lesnar tackled Rollins to the mat and began raining down hammer fists. Rollins scrambled to his feet and delivered a superkick, stunning Lesnar just long enough to escape the ring. But Lesnar followed him. The two brawled up the ramp. Rollins sent Lesnar into the LED board. Lesnar responded by German suplexing Rollins onto the steel ramp. The crowd erupted in chants of "Holy so!" Referees poured out. Adam Pearce screamed for security, but nothing worked. Rollins fought back with a chair from ringside, delivering several thunderous blows to Lesnar's back. The Beast dropped to one knee, only for Rollins to attempt a stomp on the steel stage. Lesnar moved, caught him, F5 on the stage, and just when it looked like Lesnar was going to leave, he didn't. He reached under the ring and pulled out a table. The unofficial main event, with the crowd chanting, "This is awesome!" Lesnar hoisted Rollins back up and attempted to F5 him through the table, but Rollins countered with a DDT onto the steel base of the stage. Both men lay motionless as security finally separated them. The segment, originally scheduled for 8 minutes, went nearly 20, pushing back the rest of the show. Backstage sources reported the scene was partially unscripted, with both men being given creative freedom to sell their animosity. Cameramen caught Lesnar storming away, blood trickling from his forehead. Rollins, meanwhile, was helped to his feet by WWE medics, visibly shaken and limping, but still smirking. WWE Universe Reacts fans took to social media immediately. Rollins vs Lesnar and hashtag main event meltdown began trending worldwide. At WrestleViews, Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar just tore the damn house down without a match. This is how you build a war at WWE on FOX. No contracts signed, no bell rung, no rules obeyed. Lesnar and Rollins are playing their own game now. Twat. At Fan Theory 23. That was a straight-up fight. WWE hasn't felt this real in a long time. Commentary and fallout back at ringside, Michael Cole summed it up perfectly. I've been calling WWE matches for over 25 years, and I've never seen anything like what we just witnessed. This wasn't about winning a match. This was about pride, ego, and unfinished business. Corey Graves added, Seth Rollins woke up a sleeping beast, and now all of WWE is going to pay the price. Paul Heyman weighs in. Later in the night, a backstage interviewer caught up with Paul Heyman, the former advocate of Brock Lesnar. Heyman, looking visibly disturbed, said, When Brock Lesnar loses control, there is no saving anyone. Not Seth, not the referees, not even the company that signs his checks. When asked if Lesnar's actions were justified, Heyman simply responded, This isn't about justification. It's about inevitability. The beast has been unchained. What's next? WrestleMania? Implications? As of now, there is no official match booked between Lesnar and Rollins, but speculation is running rampant. With Survivor Series on the horizon and WrestleMania 41 looming, many believe WWE is planting seeds for a blockbuster showdown. There's talk of Lesnar versus Rollins at Survivor Series in a no-holds-barred match, or possibly a long-term build to a WrestleMania main event with real stakes, possibly for the World Heavyweight Championship. Some insiders even suggest the match could be career versus career, given Rollins' ongoing injuries and Lesnar's part-time schedule. Whatever the case may be, one thing is certain. This is far from over. Final thoughts. War has no rules. The confrontation between Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar wasn't just brutal, it was a reminder of what makes WWE magic when done right. Two larger-than-life personas, real tension, legitimate history, and a fight that felt more like a brawl on the streets than anything coordinated in a wrestling ring. Rollins, with his sharp tongue and fearless bravado, may have poked a bear too big to contain. And Lesnar, with his rage, unpredictability, and brute force, looks more dangerous than ever. If WWE is smart, they won't rush this. Let the tension build. Let the chaos simmer. Because when these two finally meet one-on-one in an official match, the ring might not survive.